This would never happen in the UK. I'm sitting this morning and I'm reading some of the Spanish news, and someone connected to the Prime Minister, one of his aides, has been detained without bail. He's been jailed without bail in a corruption probe. Now, hear me out on this one, because it would never happen in the UK, and I'm going to point to one of the scandals of 2020, 2021 and COVID, and the comparison. People say that, Spain's corrupt and all the rest of it, but yeah, it also jails its politicians and it jails people that are connected to corruption as well. They don't in the UK. So bear with me with this. The case involving Santos is the most serious of the scandals that forced Pedro Sanchez into a public apology and deflected calls for his political opponents for a snap election. The Supreme Court in Spain ordered that the former senior official be detained. It's unbelievable, and I've got a lot of respect for them. I do have a lot of respect for them, the fact that they do jail these people that are corrupt, and it's unbelievable that people get away with it in the UK. Anyway, he'd been given out kickbacks for to do with transport awarding public work contracts. This is the irony. The irony is going to be unbelievable at the end of this video. But anyway, he's denied the allegations, as you would expect. And they say that they're innocent, and it's going to go on. The statement says that there's strong evidence for his possible involvement in the improper awarding of contracts. A court document said that he could face charges including membership of criminal organisations, influence peddling and bribery. The judge detained him, and the concerns he might try to destroy or hide evidence at his home that has not been searched yet. Wow. In the UK, to be fair, they would have searched the home, but then again, with Michelle Mone, she got away with it, didn't she? On Monday, Pedro Sanchez defended the Socialist Party handling of the corruption allegations, saying that it acted decisively by asking him to resign. So, with that being said, it would never happen in the UK, would it? Back in 2020, in the middle of COVID, Michelle Mone, who's known for her bra company or whatever, was awarded a contract. The first contract that she was awarded in May 2020 was for 80 million for 210 million face masks. The second contract was awarded on June 2020 for 122 million for 25 million surgical gowns. The total value of over 200 million awarded through the UK's government VIP procurement lane. Now, what annoys me with this is my cousin at the time had a medical company, and he sold his company just recently, and they could not get on this procurement list for love nor money during COVID. But that's another thing altogether. The profits from the PPE. There was approximately 60 million in profit to be awarded from the two contracts. Her husband received at least 65 million in profit. That's unbelievable. 65, and if that's not corruption, I mean, the markup on that is unbelievable. I mean, usually normally in business, you'll run it around about between 10 and 30% profit. That's way more, isn't it? Public had acknowledged that there had been a 60 million held in trust given to Michelle Mone and her kids. When you look at the timescale from it and the money involved, it is just unbelievable. It's 100. The government is now claiming 122 million back from Michelle Mone. They're never going to get it. But why should not be jailed? When it comes to politics in the UK, and I know people don't like talking about politics, but there is a lot of people out there that say that that Spain is anti-Brits, it's anti-UK. Well, at least they bloody get their finger out and arrest people that are screwing the company, screwing the country, left, right, and centre. And I just find it interesting that with the difference, the way that the Spanish media go after these people that do wrong by the country, and make sure that they're made to pay, and the system, the political system doesn't allow it. The courts go after them. But in the UK, it's kind of you're slapped on your back, and they get a slap on the back, and you're made a peer, and then you get paid 300 and whatever pound it is a day just for walking into the House of Lords and walking straight back out again. You're just clocking in. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let's head outside and see what the weather's like. As expected, another absolutely glorious day outside. Not a cloud in the sky. It seems to be a little bit cooler. What's the temperature saying? It's not going to really be, is it? No, it's still 35 degrees already. I must be getting used to it. I must be getting used to it, 35 degrees already. That's just not normal, is it? But the good thing is, if I'm getting used to it, it means that it's not going to be as such an unbearable summer than what we thought it would be. But anyway, back to what the video was really about. I mean, do people move to Spain just to get away from watching the news? Do you disassociate yourself with all the negativity of what's going on back home in the UK? And I know that the UK is in free fall, and there is a lot of people escaping to Spain thinking that it is some euphoric, great paradise, when it's not. It's, when you ask the Spanish, it's not. There's a lot of Spanish that are actually struggling, and we see it here. I mean, we say the town closest to us is predominantly, it is all farmland around here. There is an industrial estate in town, but there's not a lot of money. There's big poverty. There's this corruption goes on all over the place. But I think that the one thing that I think about is that I have a lot of respect for the Spanish, due to the fact that they do arrest politicians. They do arrest people that, and we've seen quite a few of it over the years actually, politicians that have been arrested for corruption. And it doesn't happen in the UK, and it will never happen in the UK. It doesn't matter what side of the political divide that you're on in the UK, if you're left, if you're right, if whatever, if you're Labour, you're Tory, they're all corrupt as each other. And it doesn't, and even if you think that Farage is the answer in the UK, he's a rich bloke as well. He's in it for one thing, and it's money. I think that the best thing that we can all do is just switch off the bloody news, isn't it? As I sit here in the peace and quiet, there's a lot to be said for switching off the media, and let's face it, it's all the negativity can have a negative effect on you. And at the end of the day, it's not going to, you've no control over it whatsoever. You've no control over the outcome of anything. It's like, just live your own life and be happy at the end of the day. Stop chasing money, because it doesn't make you happy. It makes you comfortable, yes. But I see so many Spanish families that stay in really small houses, and they're the happiest people on the planet. Not a care in the world. They're not worrying about trying to get a fancy car. They're not worried about, shit, really. Shit. And maybe that's what I like about Spain. And maybe that's why I love it here. Maybe that's the reason that I feel at home here more than the UK. It's because you don't have that judgmentalness that comes with staying back home, that keeping up with the Joneses. That hectic pace of life where, you do get it in cities in Spain, and people going to work and, being on the treadmill and, getting stuck in subways, travelling back and forward to work. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen here. It does, obviously it does. It's a first world country, it's, and it has its own issues. By no means am I saying that Spain is a euphoric paradise. It's not. But what it does do, and what it has, is some fantastic weather. Hasta luego.